Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. Finally, it's here. Don't skip ahead. Walk through the process with us. Sit down, grab a cup of coffee, enjoy it. It's going to be a long video because we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of entries to go through, and I've split them up into different categories: quarterfinalists or honorable mentions, and then semifinalists, and then the teams that made it to the finals. So we had a competition where we asked, create a team, and not just create a team, create a logo and colors. And so the original question, I guess, was to pick a viable city. So it can't be, well, it can be anything you want, really, but the more viable it is, the more points you got, I guess, from the judges. Mm-hmm. So this could be cities like Seattle or Quebec or anywhere that's could potentially see a hockey team, mm-hmm. or an NHL team. We said to pick your team name and have it mean something to the city that you've chosen. So, for example, if you picked Quebec, maybe you want to bring back the Nordiques name. So you could pick their Nordiques and make a new Nordiques logo. The only real thing that we needed to make sure was done properly was the logos, because we didn't want anyone stealing any artwork or using any other pre-made logos from anywhere else. The logos had to be original. There were 57 disqualifications. Wow. I think there were over 270 submissions total and 57 disqualifications. And these disqualifications were people who stole artwork, who stole pieces of artwork and worked off of it, who took logos from just other, just took team logos from other leagues and used those. Mm-hmm. Took logos from NHL, EA Sports games and used those. I had a feeling a few people might do this, but I didn't realize that 57 people would try and sneak a few by me. But there are a few ones that kind of walk the line. And there's one specifically that almost made it through, but I got you. And I'll show an example of that later. But
cool.
What we'll do is, right now there's going to be the ones cycling through us. These are the honorable mentions, ones that we felt were they met all the guidelines that we liked, but didn't make it onto the semifinals. So there were a lot of drawing submissions. There were a lot of great drawers, and we're going to actually give away some prizes for great drawers. We've picked three. We wanted to give 3 prizes away for the best drawers, and we'll announce those later at the end of the video, who was the best drawers. But some of the drawings were pretty great. And
they came to us in mail time, some of them. You'd open it up, and you think you're going to open up a letter, just a regular letter from mail time, and it's actually an entry, into the, so we put it aside and included it.
Exactly.
It's running by the back there.
Everything behind us is the honorable mentions. Thank you to all those people who really put time and effort into making those. Really appreciate it. It was fun to look through them. It was great to go through all of the entries. One of the other things we asked was, give us your plan as a GM. What kind of plan that are you going to put in motion as a GM to help grow your team and get them to the Stanley Cup? Basically, everyone said the same thing, so that kind of wiped it off the board as far as that being counted as points or anything. Everyone said the same thing, basically. So
it was hard to distinguish. Yeah. Basically, everybody would do roughly what Las Vegas went and did this year. They drafted, they got rid of players they're going to grow for next year, and it's the sensible thing to do in a brand new city. So it's the obvious choice, and basically just about everybody chose to do it that way.
So we kind of split the judging up a little differently. We were just going to all kind of come to an agreement that there would be a winner, and we couldn't. It was so close. We had different decisions. I think there were three different top choices. So we had to decide of the 3 who was going to be the top one, and we couldn't do it. And I decided that I would create a system that was more fair. Is that the way? We ranked each final logo out of 10. And we did this because we could add up everyone's score and have a score out of 40, because there's 4 members of Post to Post, myself, you, Justin, and Jason. And then we'd have a total score out of 40, and the person with the highest score won. And it actually worked really well. You could put decimal points, which helped in the spreading a little bit. and that it was still close. It was
Very
still
tough.
really, really close.
Yeah.
And we'll get to those a little later, but I thought that we should go through the semi-finalists because these are the people who put a lot of, everyone put a lot of work in it, but these people specifically we felt almost made it to the finals. Like they were above the quarterfinalists and on the brink of getting into the finals, but maybe just needed a little something more. And I thought it would be important for us to go through those and to talk about them, talk about each submission. There's 43, I think, 43 or 44 to go through. So there's a lot. It's going to be a long video. We're going to go through each of the semifinalists one at a time, talk about the team, the logo, what we liked, and why we felt it deserved to be in the semifinalist position.
Okay.
So we're going to get into that right now. All right, so I didn't include the team name or who did it. I just have their logo up here, and we can talk just a little bit about that and what we liked and maybe what we didn't like or why it didn't get into the finals. So for this one, I thought this was one of the best drawings or renderings in the entire whole contest. It was just outside of the finals. Just outside. I really like this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
The scarecrow going through the top there to, normally that would be just a normal stick. They've replaced it with a hockey stick. Very clever.
Really well done.
The colors are interesting. There's not a lot of purple in the NHL, so that's cool. We felt like we really liked it visually, but we felt it wouldn't be a realistic team name, the Scarecrows. It felt a bit Halloween-y, so we weren't sure that would actually be a legitimate team name. Other than that, we really liked it.
Oh, we just loved it. It was great. Yeah.
And number 2, this is one of our better drawings, and I can't remember the name of this, but we saw a lot of potential here. We see hints of the San Jose Sharks logo, the teeth breaking the stick. The line is well drawn here. It's got the claw marks in the background. There's a lot of potential here. We saw a lot of potential. Yeah. But it was just outside the finals.
Yeah, really well done.
This one, I really like this one. It's simple. You could tell it's a viper or a snake or, it's a snake, obviously. I don't know what kind of snake, but it's mean. The colors are great. I really liked it. Yeah. Just outside. This one, you kind of got us in the heart here because we love space and astronomy and all things NASA.
Good try. Well done.
But we just felt it was a little cartoony.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be quite there yet.
Yeah. And
this one we felt the colors were really great. The design was really great. The text was contained within it. The Seattle Spartans, obviously, as you can read. Spartans was a good name, we felt.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent name.
We just we thought that Seattle might have just a different. There's more things going on in Seattle other than Spartans that we felt would probably get the team name before that. So that's the reason. And
the Stockholm
Metro here. So I thought this was a clever logo because you've got the train tracks and the metro, but the sticks, the tracks make the hockey stick. But Stockholm, unfortunately, probably isn't a viable city in the NHL for the next 25 years. I can't see the NHL expanding outside North America in the next 25 years. So this one, I believe, was the Buffalo something. I can't remember the name of it, but I thought that was a really good drawing.
Very well
the puck
done.
going through the ice there. Yeah, and it was very unique. Nothing else like this was submitted, or I don't think I've ever even seen any other logo like this. So it was very well done. And the Regina Rush, love the colors, love the name. Yeah, Regina Rush. It rolls off the tongue. It sounds great.
Well done.
I wasn't a big fan of the emptiness. Like there's a river running through there. The emptiness of the logo. I wish it had been filled in, maybe just a different color. That's not why it wasn't in the finals, but overall it was very good.
Yeah, liked it.
And this one,
we love this one.
Yeah, it's a really great drawing here.
Loved it.
It's clever. It's really clever. I can't remember the name of this team, but really good job drawing this one.
Yeah.
And this one, the Houston Rebels. I wasn't a big fan of the font at the bottom. The holes missing in the R and the B kind of threw it off a little bit, and then the O's in the Houston. But as far as the guy up top, he's a pretty cool looking guy.
Very cool looking.
It's a good drawing.
Yeah.
And this is an awesome drawing of a train or a locomotive or whatever you want to call it. It's called the Steamers. And the only thing I didn't like about this was the yellow and black checkers in the background. I felt it made it look a bit busy. Other than that, I really like this drawing. This was pretty great.
This is a great example of originality in the logo,
yes,
drawing it yourself.
Exactly.
Not, this is, when you give the rules and, don't just take some other thing and build on it. Do your own. That's a great example.
Perfect example.
They all are.
And this one, I think they're called New York Pigeons. This was a great drawing.
Loved it.
Really clever. We didn't feel like if there was another New York team, although there are a crap ton of pigeons in New York, we didn't feel like it was a viable team name. We thought that I don't want to use the word wimpy, but pigeons are kind of annoying. So they're not really like intimidating or threatening. So
he's a kind of a mean looking dude, though.
He is mean, but yeah.
I'm coming to bring you your hockey stick. You better play or I'm going to do something on you.
And now we got the Stallions. This was clever.
Very.
Got the skyline in the background. Got the cool looking horse there. And then the text really clever there. I like that one.
Yeah.
And we like this one because it was just simple. It was just a really simple logo. The attackers, just the A. You can see the A there, and then the wings on the side. Just really simple. Good attempt for sure. And this one was really, really clever. The Seattle Emeralds. The logo is actually the shape of an emerald. You could see the dimensions there, and then you got the skyline in the background. That was well done.
Yeah.
This one was also really well done. Very clever. The Ontario Angels, I believe that this team name was. And you got the shape of this province of Ontario in loop with the O for Ontario, and then the wings there of the angel, and then what looks to be a hockey stick there on the top that kind of looks pretty clever.
Very well done.
That one a lot.
Yeah.
And this was one of our best drawings. It's a little cartoony like that other rocket one, just a little bit. But this was, I think this was probably one of the top 3 best drawings. It's got dimension, it's got shading, pops right off the page. Whoever drew this did a really great job.
Yeah, a lot of talent right there.
And then this gator here, pretty cool. I think it was a Florida Gators or something. I can't remember. There's so many team names that I lost track. But I thought this was a really good drawing. And this one was interesting. It was a very kind of aviation kind of feel, military or aviation, Air Force. I really like this one a lot.
Yeah.
And then
very clever.
This was really smart because it's a team out of Seattle. You can see the Space Needle in the eye there, and then the stars in the background for space. And there's a lot of eagles in Washington, so that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's an eagle, maybe, or a hawk.
I think so. It's a bird of prey, whatever.
Bird of prey, yeah. It looks good.
Really well done. Very
thumbs up.
Yeah, excellent.
And the Las Vegas Blackjacks. I like this logo better than the Las Vegas Golden Knights logo. It's well done.
It is very well done.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
And this person submitted 6 teams, I believe, here. So I just wanted to show that they're got some pretty good drawing skills there. That train, especially, I really like that one.
Yeah.
And then this is the Paris Gargoyles. I believe this one was called. Pretty clever.
Very clever.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. The colors are great.
Yeah.
He's mean looking. Got the hockey stick. Stockholm Wildcats. So we got the shape of a puck here. We've got the yellow and blue for the Swedish flag colors.
We've got the 3 points, which would be similar to the 3 crowns that you have in the emblem.
Yep. Thought it was really clever.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Stockholm, again, a city outside of North America. And this is the Seattle Metropolitans. Thought it was really cool how the Space Needle went up through the S, and then the secondary logo on the right here of the Space Needle actually making the hockey stick.
That is neat.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And this person submitted 3, and very good drawings here. Seattle Crunch. That's a pretty cool looking guy. But that CF-18 Hornet there on the right hand side, that's spot on.
Yeah.
Love that.
Really well done.
Really, really well done.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Quebec City Foxes, I believe this is called. They put a lot of time into creating the jerseys. That wasn't a requirement. You didn't have to create the jerseys. They did. Very unique looking. You got the fleur-de-lis on the side there of the jersey. Some secondary logos. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, really well done.
And this is the Halifax something, Admirals or something like that. I can't remember.
It wasn't Admirals.
Harbors or
Clippers, maybe?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, a different one. Okay.
Thought this was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I love the dimension here down the center, the shading. Thought that was really, really, really well done.
Yeah, like it.
And the Badgers. Yeah, this logo was interesting. Every time I looked at it, if I just look away for a second, I just see skunk on the corner of my eye. But I thought it was well done.
Yeah. And
this is the Seattle Throne, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
So really unique there with the lettering and the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Space Needle. It's a cool secondary logo on the far right here as well.
Yeah.
And this is the Houston Space Cowboys, I believe. We thought this was cool because we like NASA, like we said. There's a movie called Space Cowboys, I think, back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Another cool astronaut helmet here. We like that one. The Portland Lumberjacks. This was cool. Really clever. I think if Portland had a team, it could be named the Lumberjacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Lumbering is big in Oregon, Washington, the Pacific Northwest. Big trees, and a lot of guys, burly guys in plaid shirts around. So.
They even made the lettering look like wood of the Lumberjacks.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
And this was the London Towers, I think. I can't remember exactly, but pretty simple logo, but it looks not bad.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Lego a little bit.
Yeah.
And this was the same person actually submitted this, the Space Cowboys. I felt like this was, it looked good on a jersey, I found, but I didn't really love it away from the jersey, just the logo as it is. Mm-hmm. But it's still very, very good. Same person also submitted this, the Atlanta Peach Kings. I don't think Atlanta's going to get a team anytime soon again. Unfortunately, people who live in Atlanta and Atlanta Thrashers fans, but great drawing here.
Yeah,
really, really well done.
Extremely well done. Yeah.
The Peach Kings, pretty cool. And same person. I think this was the Conqueror Worms. I believe the name of the team was, and it's a cool looking logo. I don't know if Conqueror Worms it doesn't really fall off the tongue, so had to deduct some points for that, unfortunately.
A little creepy.
And now this one. This, regardless of the winner, regardless of all the great drawings, this was my favorite submitted logo by the same person. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, you'll get this right away. But it's Walter White or Heisenberg here with he makes a drug in the show, and he wears the mask and he sells meth, and he is the meth king, and he colors his meth blue. So he's making the crown. The crown that you see on top is the blue meth. Thumbs up. I request to have this logo in an enlarged version. I need to make a t-shirt of this. I love it. I'm in the process of rewatching Breaking Bad right now. I'm on season 3, so that's how much I love the show. So thumbs up.
Nice.
But unfortunately, I couldn't win because it's meth. This was well done, I found. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a big fan of that off yellow color in the background. If that was a different color, I think I'd like this logo a lot more, but it's still really well done.
Yeah.
And this one, I wanted to put this in the finals, but I didn't feel like NASA would allow their logo to be used in a hockey team.
That is the original NASA logo.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah.
On the right there. And a great drawing of the plane on the left. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this one was the Huskies, I believe. I see potential here.
Yeah.
I would like to see this expanded a little bit. Maybe a little bit more detail. Mm-hmm. And the edges are a bit sharp, but other than that, really good attempt. I really like that one. Mm. And then this one, I thought that I didn't get the name of this one. I didn't. Not that I didn't understand it. I don't remember it. I don't remember.
Crows or ravens or
something like that. But it was unique. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty cool logo. I like the colors a lot.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not sure if a team name would be named after something annoying like a crow or a bird. An annoying bird, I guess.
Well, I think a penguin's pretty damned annoying, if you ask me.
Good point. And this one was the Anchorage something.
That's really nice.
I really like this,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, I looked at it for so long that I saw a paper airplane from above, and now I can't not see a paper.
You can't unsee the paper.
I can't unsee the paper airplane, so that's the only reason.
Yeah.
And then this one is the one that would have been in the finals if I didn't catch your stealing of artwork. So the logo was on the left, obviously. Really liked it. And on the right is the artwork that I found online on an artwork site.
Oh.
So they have added a hockey stick and an arm and removed the baby from the woman. So, I mean, good job using...
Nice
good
try.
Good job with your logo, but the fact that you took the image from someone else automatically disqualified you.
Nice shot, but you rung it off the crossbar.
Yeah, you were close, but you didn't get it. All right.
Good catch.
Yeah, that wraps up all the semifinalists.
Nice.
Really,
some really good ones in there.
Really good submissions in there.
Yeah.
They're really great drawings as well. And so now we're going to move on to the finalists. Okay, so now on to the finalists. We have 11 finalists. It was really tough going through these and picking a winner. These are in absolutely no particular order. We're just going to go through them and talk about them, talk about what we liked about them. Like I said, no particular order here. And then at the end, we're going to release our winners. So don't skip ahead. I mean, you can. I can't stop you. But just for the fun of it, just watch along with us. Okay, so this one was called the Minnesota Cougars, and it was a submission by Miko. And that started off with the drawing in the middle, as you can see. So he actually drew the logo from scratch. And you can see the progression that it took all the way to the digitization of it on the top left here, the main logo. Mm-hmm. And it's just there's a lot of little subtle things in this that I really liked. Like in the text, Minnesota Cougars in the R. You see the I? And the open of the R?
I didn't at first. Look at that.
I thought it was really clever. I thought they did a really good job. On the bottom left, they created a fake ticket to the game.
Right down to the barcode.
Right down to everything. It was tremendous. Really great job.
Yeah.
And the jerseys on the right, I like those jerseys a lot. The colors, the style of it comes down the arm. Mm-hmm. Just great work. And then the mascot, kind of the little mascot thing over to the right-hand corner. This is a tremendous submission. This is really well done. You should be really proud of this. Mm-hmm. Next is the Kansas City Jazz, and this is by Zachary. So Kansas City has been in conversation for a long time for potentially getting another Stanley Cup team, another NHL team. Someday. So we felt like the city was viable, and jazz. There's lots of musical history in Kansas, so that totally made sense. We liked the logo. It reminded us a bit of St. Louis, but we still liked it. And then the colors also were really well done. You got the skyline in the background of the logo too, so thumbs up for this. And next we have the Halifax Clippers, and is submitted by Clammy MC. So we felt like Halifax was a viable enough city to make it into the finals, but probably not at the top of the list for cities. But we did like what you did here with the logo. Halifax is a huge port city, one of the biggest, probably second biggest in Canada. Vancouver would be first.
Halifax would be very up there.
Yeah, it's big. It's huge.
It's one of the it's far enough south in the Atlantic to be ice free all winter.
Yeah,
and that's a big deal for ports in the north. So yeah,
we like the colors. We felt that there's a lot of history here. You can feel the history with this team. Thought you did a really good job. You should be really proud.
Yeah.
Next is the Houston Aeros, and this is sent by Elijah. And this was the best explanation of the logo that we got.
Yeah.
So the logo's on the top left, as you can see. On the bottom left, we have the primary, the alternate, the partial, and the shoulder patch. In the middle, we have the jerseys. And on the right is the explanation. So the reason that they chose purple is because blue, red, and white make the color purple if you mix them all together. And blue, red, and white is from the Texas flag. It's also from that aviation patch up top there. And it's the American colors.
Yeah.
And there used to be a team in Houston called the Houston Arrows.
Yeah, and it wasn't illegal to respect an old team's name and bring it back.
That was possible.
That was fine.
And I believe they used to be in was it the WHA? Or
yeah, they were. Yeah.
And there was an AHL team recently in Houston called the Houston Arrows, and they're no longer there. So what they decided to do was honor both of those teams, the original Houston Arrows and then the AHL Houston Arrows that used to be there. So they took the plane, the newer plane from the AHL logo, and had it in the same kind of perspective. And they took the shape of it almost looks like a guitar pick, but the shield shape of the original Houston Arrows logo and put it behind. And they've got the star there for Texas. And I just think they did a really, really great job.
Even the windshield treatment.
Yeah, so the reflection of the light on the windshield actually makes the H of Houston.
Yeah.
Really clever. There's lots of really, really clever things in this. We really, really like this. And straight down to the shoulder patch as well, like the reasoning for taking the star and putting it in the background because it was the original shoulder patch on the original Houston Arrows one. Is pretty cool. Absolutely tremendous job.
Nicely done.
And the Quebec City Voyageurs. So this was also a submission from, I can't remember his name. He submitted some other ones. He's one that did the Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's one.
So that's Ted. You have his name.
Yeah. So Quebec City, viable city.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Quebec needs an NHL team again. The Voyageurs, we felt, was a pretty great name for them.
Yep.
And, oh, yeah, Ted, his name's right there. And the logo, we felt like if Quebec got a team, we could probably see them using the same colors as the original Nordiques, just the blue and the white. And the ship, again, Quebec is a port city.
Definitely.
So that totally made sense. And we like the logo. So great job,
well
Ted. Yeah. And this made the list, Stockholm Huskies. Stockholm wasn't on the top of our list of viable cities. It really... we added this to the finals knowing it probably wouldn't win, but we really felt everything else was so well done we could not be in the finals.
Yeah.
The logo was tremendous.
Yeah.
The colors were perfect, Swedish colors. The jerseys were really clever with the line matching the flag of Sweden. We just felt like this really deserved to be in the finals.
Yeah, I totally agreed with that. I gave it very high marks on artistic impression.
Yeah.
As it's not an overly viable city, it lost a few points there, but it's a well done effort.
Yeah, good job, Brandon.
Well done. Yeah.
Next is the Regina Railers, and this is from Pierre Antoine, I believe your name is. And we really like this logo a lot. A lot of clever things in here. Just a train coming right for you with the maple leaf in the background. And even the secondary logo with the 2 R's and the train tracks and the hockey sticks. And even just the font, how rigid it is.
Yeah, and I think it has a vintage history to that font. I think the old CP rail or whatever, I think was a font very similar to that. So it would have a ring of history there too.
Totally. And we did feel like Regina was a viable location for a potential hockey team probably in the next 15 years or so. Who knows?
Yeah.
Next is the Saskatchewan Whitetails. And this is from
Kiel.
Kiel?
Yeah.
That's how you
would say so.
Kiel?
Yeah.
And this was tremendous.
Yeah.
That main logo to the left there is so well done. I can 100% see that on a jersey. The name Whitetails doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue, but it totally makes sense with the Saskatchewan area. Saskatchewan is a province of Canada.
Yeah.
And
we've got white-tailed deer basically everywhere in Canada except right here.
Yeah, and it's like Saskatchewan, it's a big province. There's a lot of people there, and that's why the team would probably be named the Saskatchewan.
Whatever.
Because we see this in the NHL already with Colorado. They're not called the Denver Avalanche. They're called the Colorado Avalanche. So it makes sense. Same as Minnesota. Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
And
Minnesota, New Jersey Devils.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the secondary logo up on the top left, we thought that was really great. And then the third logo up on the top right with the S and then the wheat.
Yeah.
That's a really nice touch. Love that. And the colors, the jerseys look awesome. We even did a third jersey there. And the wheat along the bottom, making up that little stylization there. And then the text, just a tremendous job. Huge thumbs up for this one. And then Kansas City Scouts, and this is by Brandon. So Kansas City, thumbs up for the team. Or thumbs up for the city. Scouts totally makes sense because they used to be an NHL team called as Kansas City Scouts back in the day. And if they came back, they could be definitely called the Scouts again. The logo was really well done. We felt it was a bit busy, just the shadow of the horse underneath and the difference in darkness of the skyline from the left to the right. We found it was a bit hard to see the actual word Scouts on there, but overall the logo was really well done. Really liked it. It's got the shape of what state is Kansas in?
It's in Missouri.
Missouri? Is that
Well, actually, there's Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh.
That appears to be a map of Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Kansas is more
we
square.
like the shape of the state in the background is basically what I'm trying to say. The secondary logos, the jerseys, the colors, they really like this one a lot. And then the Houston Commanders, and this is by someone named Justin, not Justin of Post to Post, and a different Justin. And this one kind of hit us here too because we're all about NASA and space, and the Commanders, I think probably might be a viable name for a team.
I think so.
It totally makes sense.
I see they signed Yager.
Yeah, they signed. Yeah, apparently. Like the logo a lot. You get that famous image of coming around the other side of the moon with the Earth rising. Very famous image. Like the colors a lot. To match the NASA colors.
That's my favorite about it, is the colors.
Yeah, it's really, really, really well done.
Yeah.
And then the last finalist is the New Orleans Black Magic, and this is by Ted as well. And we felt like the drawing here was absolutely amazing. Huge thumbs up for the drawing. I love the feathers in the hat. Black Magic. It doesn't. These two-word teams, like it's hard to say a bit, like especially because New Orleans is New Orleans. It's not Houston. New Orleans.
Or it's New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. And so adding Black Magic, New Orleans Black Magic, we felt like the team name maybe wasn't quite as good as it could be, but we love the colors, even though it's a bit Halloween-y. The drawing of that logo is really well done.
That's pretty good.
Really, really liked it.
Yeah.
So now that we've gone through all of them, we'll go back through them now, but with their scores. So there's 11, and we'll go to 11 to 1. And I'll release the scores out of 40.
Okay.
So in 11th place, we have the Stockholm Huskies. And they got 24.5 out of 40. And like I said earlier, the main reason was the city. They lost a lot of points for the city. And that's basically one of the reasons why they were in 11th. And 10th was the New Orleans Black Magic, the ones we just talked about, and they have 27.5 out of 40. That's what we gave them collectively. Like I said, we all gave them our scores out of 10, and we added them up. So 27.5 out of 40. In 9th, we had the Halifax Clippers at 28.2. So pretty close numbers here. This is why we had to implement this system out of 10, because the decisions in ranking was so close. Number 8 is the Kansas City Jazz at 30. Number 7, there's actually a three-way tie here for 5th with 30.5. So in tied for 5th here we have Kansas City at 30.5, the Houston Commanders at 30.5, and the Minnesota Cougars at 30.5. This one was really well done, the Minnesota Cougars, but we felt like it would be hard maybe for Minnesota to have two teams.
That was my thinking.
Yeah. And I mean, fan-wise, you could probably fill it, but is the NHL going to allow there to be two teams in Minnesota? Probably not.
Well, and there's the Minnesota Wild with their 50-mile radius.
Yeah.
Like if you're in Minnesota, you want to be in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and they've got that zone. Are you going to go to some other part of Minnesota? Are you going to go to Hibbing?
Even if you're in another part of Minnesota, still there's, I don't know.
You wouldn't have the population base anywhere else, I don't think. Albert Lee? Maybe not.
And number 4th, we have the Quebec City Voyageurs with 32. Really good score. In 3rd, we have the Regina Railers with 33.5. So another very good score. We liked Regina as a place. We just felt like there were other places that probably would have gotten a team before Regina.
Really
and
well done.
the number 2 and number 1 were so close. I'm going to give them both prizes because this was hard. It was so close. So you guys, you're both going to get prizes. I don't know what the prizes are going to be yet because I don't know your favorite teams. I don't know for sure your favorite teams. I'm waiting to hear back from one. So one of them is a Toronto fan. But in second place was the Saskatchewan Whitetails by, was it Kale?
Kale.
Kale. With 36.3. So really close score to 40 there. We love this. We debated back and forth whether this should win. We couldn't make a decision. That's why you're both getting prizes, because we couldn't make a decision.
Yeah.
And a number 1 was the Houston Arrows by Elijah with 37.5. So just a point more. So it was so close. So I believe that Elijah is a Toronto fan. So Elijah, I'm gonna try and get you some Toronto merchandise, and I'll send you some post-to-post merchandise. And Kiel, I will send you some merchandise as well from your favorite team. Still waiting to hear back from you. But you guys are both getting prizes.
Amazingly well done.
The winner, the Houston Arrows, just the explanation of the logo was incredible. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I didn't like about it, and it was just like this, it's a little too purple. I would have liked to see just that secondary color other than the white in there. Other than that, and that's really nitpicky, I loved it. I loved everything about it. Houston, total viable city. The population for would be great there. It would create a rivalry with Dallas. It would help balance the divisions. It used to have an NHL team, so it's got history. It used to have a WHA team, so it's got hockey history in there.
Yeah.
And it would create other rivalries as well within the division. We felt like it would be great for the Central to get this team. So big thumbs up for this submission.
And if the Houston bid committee for the NHL, the work's been done.
Yeah, contact Elijah. He's got it all ready for you. So this was a fun contest.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
And the participation rate, you've got over 250 entrants in a month.
Yeah, in a month.
You just announced it a month ago.
Yeah.
And people really, really took it seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
And they went and they put hours and untold hours into their entries.
I feel bad that I can't give everyone something because there were so many great entries, but unfortunately I can't. But so the top 2 there will be getting prizes, like I said, and we wanted to give away prizes for the top 3 best drawers because not intentionally. We didn't intentionally not put any drawings into the finals. We just felt like there were so many good finalists here that they really deserve to be there. But we felt that there were so many great drawings that we should give some prizes away as well. So we're going to do that. We have 3 people who drew incredible logos here. We're going to give prizes to you. I will reach out to you. I haven't done it yet, but I will reach out to you and find out your favorite team and get you something. I've got some more gift cards from some lids, so I'm going to use some of those funds to get you guys some stuff. And so the first one is going to be the Alabama Rockets. Again, I don't know who made these. I can't remember. There's so many submissions and names floating around in my head. I don't know who did what, but congratulations. This is a tremendous drawing. We really like this one a lot. And the other one was the New York Pigeons.
I love that.
We felt like this logo was really great because you can see the skyline in the background, Statue of Liberty, the pigeon there carrying the hockey stick. Big thumbs up for that.
Yeah.
Really great drawing. And then the other winner is whoever drew the CF-18 Hornet here. We love planes, and not only do we love planes, it was just a great drawing in general. It's spot on. Dimensions are really great. The hockey stick in the background. Thumbs up. Yeah, it was really, really well done. So I am very pleased with everyone's drawings. You guys are really talented, way more talented than I am. So it's cool to see so much talent out there. I hope you guys had fun with the contest. We had a lot of fun doing it. And I think we'll probably do something like this again in the future. Maybe, I was thinking if you could redesign a current NHL team's logo.
Oh yeah.
Redesign it and send it in, and we can vote to see what the best redesigned actual logo was. So maybe we'll do that maybe around Christmas time, and we can give away a Christmas prize, not Christmas themed prize, but a Christmas gift, I guess.
Okay.
So look out for that in the future, and just
Cool.
That's all I got. Just really appreciate you guys contributing to the contest and watching as far as you did. And I'll be contacting all of you, all the winners at home. And once I find out all the favorite teams of the people who won, I'm going to get all the stuff and make an update video to this and showing everyone at home what those prize winners are, what those winners are getting as far as prizes.
Well, it's a big trip to the post office.
Yeah, big trip to the post office. Yeah, exactly. So I'll wrap it up here. Thanks. I know this was a long video, but I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate your contribution to the contest. I hope you had fun. I hope you're not too upset that you didn't win. It was just for fun. We'll do one again in the future for sure. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And we will see you in the future. Adios.